Please welcome, ladies and gents, I'm the Super Gamer, and last week Sonic turned 27 years old. And if you know me, whenever Sonic's birthday is here, a Sonic video arrives as well. So I decided that I'd take another look at one of the most important aspects of any Sonic game, the music. Music in Sonic games are what keep the action intense when it comes to Sonic. And today we're looking at my top 10 Sonic the Hedgehog original soundtracks. Now, since music is very subjective, please keep in mind that this is strictly my opinion and my opinion alone. So if there's an OST that you thought should have been on here, let me know in the comments below. With that said, this is my top 10 Sonic the Hedgehog original soundtracks. Now, hear me out on this one. Back when I first reviewed Sonic Forces with Gayer X Rebola, I said that the music was pretty bland, and in some ways, yeah, I still think it is. However, as time went on and I listened to it more and more, I grew a much bigger appreciation for a lot of the tracks of the game, including Lost Valley, the World Map theme, Prison Hall, the Fitting Room theme, Park Avenue, Capital City, Metal Sonic's boss theme, and of course the two vocal songs, Fist Bump and Infinite, are legendary. So overall, while yes, a lot of the songs are bland or sometimes straight up bad, I can't deny that it does have some good tunes to listen to. Yeah, I know it's shocking to put Sonic Generations this low on the list, but I'll be honest, I don't think this soundtrack is all that great. Yeah, I said it! Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a great soundtrack, but I just don't find it as memorable as the other soundtracks in the series. Largely because most of the soundtrack is just average remixes of past songs. In fact, the only song I find to be better than the original is the classic remix of Escape from the City. That is the best official version of the song that has ever existed. Again, the soundtrack is still good, but I just don't find myself listening to it all that much. Sonic 3 Knuckles is one of my favorite Sonic games of all time, and a big reason for that is the soundtrack. While it isn't my favorite in the classic series, I have to admit, it's still really freaking great. I love listening to just about every single track in this game. 3 Knuckles has quite the list of composers to back it up, including Michael Jackson of all people. How cool is that? Now, Genesis music is pretty hard to make it sound good in my opinion, and that's the ultimate reason why Sonic 3 Knuckles has my second favorite soundtrack on the Genesis. The adventure games are known for a lot of things. Granted, not all of them are positive, but one of the most noteworthy things about Sonic Adventure 2 is the soundtrack. While it does rely a little bit too much on rock music for my taste, that rock music is still great to listen to. Even though it's my least favorite in the Dreamcast era of Sonic games, I can still jam out to a lot of these tracks, including all of the themes for Sonic and Shadow stages, and good lord, Live and Learn is one of my favorite Sonic vocal songs ever, along with this game's version of It Doesn't Matter and Eggman. While yes, the rest of the Dreamcast era's music is better and more varied, SA2 soundtrack is still a great listen. Even though I think that Sonic 2 is overrated and prefer Sonic 1, I can't deny that Sonic 2 has my favorite soundtrack on the Sega Genesis. This soundtrack is without a doubt one of my favorite OSTs in a platformer, with every single track kicking serious egg butt. Even zones that I absolutely hate have great songs to listen to. Sonic 2's music just perfectly captures the spirit of how these levels were designed aesthetically. Not so much gameplay-wise though. I don't really have all that much to say about it honestly. It's just an awesome soundtrack. While Sonic Adventure 2's soundtrack is really good, the original Sonic Adventure's music just sounds more, well, adventurous. While I appreciate rock music in my Sonic games, I also adore the orchestral sounding music in Sonic Adventure. It gives the game more like it really is an adventure of a lifetime. The overworld themes, the songs that play at the stages, and one of my favorite vocal songs in the series, Unknown by Me. Sure, this song is cheesy with the rapping, but I still love it to death. I mean, come on, get sex solo dough! Like I said, Sonic Adventure has the second most adventurous soundtrack in the series in my opinion. A great listen if you have the time. There are two reasons why the soundtrack for Sonic Heroes is this high on the list. One reason is, I truly think that this soundtrack is incredibly underrated. Not so much with Sega, since they use it a lot actually, but with the community. Second, this was in fact the first Sonic game that I ever played, so I'm obviously going to have somewhat of a bias here. But I mean, come on, this soundtrack is still fantastic to this day. Every single track in this game just makes me want to get down. It also features some of my favorite vocal songs in the series, including Sonic Heroes, What I'm Made Of, We Can, Follow Me, and Team Chaotix. Sonic Heroes soundtrack is one that will always be in my heart and is only topped by the next three. Remember how I said I didn't think Sonic Generations soundtrack was all that great? Sonic Mania's soundtrack, I think, is what Generations soundtrack should have been. This OST takes old songs that we all know and love and recreates them almost as they were new songs altogether. Not to mention, the songs for the new stages are phenomenal. Seriously, this soundtrack is without a doubt my favorite soundtrack from a classic Sonic game. Tiago T. Lopez is who we have to thank for this soundtrack, and I gotta say, man, you did such an amazing job. Well done, dude. You created an amazing soundtrack for an amazing game. Man, do I even need to say anything? I did an entire review on this amazing game not too long ago, and part of that amazing game is the soundtrack accompanying it. While it does have its fair share of rock music, most of the OST is completely orchestral. Good lord, I could go on and on about my favorite pieces in this game. The map theme, both Apatos themes, both Smagonia themes, Windmill Isle Day theme, Rooftop Run Day theme, both Dragon Road themes, Cool Edge Day theme, both Chunan themes, and my god, the two vocal themes, Endless Possibilities, and Dear My Friend are just really good. In the end, I love this soundtrack to death, and it's only ever been beaten by one other OST. Before I reveal my number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
If you're strong, you can fly, you can reach the other side of the rainbow. It's alright, take a chance. 'Cause there is no circumstance that you can't handle. Just ride through
That's right. Not only is Sonic Colors my favorite game in the series, it also has my favorite soundtrack in the series. I adore every single track in this game. Not one do I hate. Not one. The level music, the boss music, the cutscene music, and my favorite vocal themes in the entire series, Reach for the Stars and Speak with Your Heart. I could go on and on about the soundtrack in this game, but you know what? I wouldn't be able to do it justice. You have to listen to it yourself. I'll even give you a link to it at the end of the video. It's that good. So what's your favorite Sonic OST? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, I'm the Super Gamer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!